Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight. Sorry about Tuesday. Brax be giving me a hard time to go to bed on time. That was not nice, nephew. Good evening and congratulations, Attorney Walker, on your win. Win. Congratulations. Hail to thee. Thoughts and prayers to Bill Belichick. What's wrong with Bill? What happened to Bill? What happened to Bill? Ain't nothing wrong with Bill. All right. So tonight we are going to be discussing. This is a recap that was supposed to happen on Saturday, but I was too tired because, of course, I did a 3-day marathon on the NFL draft. So I took Saturday off. Then Tuesday came around. I was supposed to do the recap for the undrafted free agents and who got drafted and what's this and what's that and who's going where. And I was still tired. Braxton in the springtime, he has so much stuff. He has soccer practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And he has a game on Saturday. And he just got a lot going on. I was yelling at him to go to sleep 20 minutes ago. Boy, go to sleep. Because sometimes if he doesn't fall asleep before my live, then he'll stay up. So it's very important that he gets his rest for school. So I got it done tonight, though. Everything. So that's why we're live. I'm excited because we get to go over basically all the draft prospects and where they ended up landing. Maybe Mr. Ford will come on tonight. You think Mr. Ford will come on? Hey, Dr. Kanisha. Yes, I keep him busy. I keep him busy. Hey, Aaron. Boy, them Arsenals ain't playing. This is now She Loves the podcast / the Arsenal channel because they're all up in through here. I think I got at least 40 or 50 Arsenal extension on this channel alone. It's got to be at least 60 of them. Julian led the way and Ladarius as well. He done bought all his family with him. It's a big family reunion. I hope everybody's well. I'm excited. I'm so excited because I'll wait till Mr. Ford comes on to put that on. But there are a lot of our HBCU young men who ended up signing somewhere, getting a rookie mini camp, or they have an undrafted free agent contract that we can talk about and discuss. So I'm excited to talk about it. Excited. Let me see what I got over here. Lord, y'all. Arsenal in the house. It's Arsenal. I don't know if he's trying to be funny or what. I'd like to welcome Broski Bear to the chat. Okay, what's up, Broski? Here looking for the name change. Oh, Brandy's messy. We're gonna see if a name change happens tonight. But other than that, I'm not gonna say nothing. All I'm here to do is what we normally do. Y'all be clowning in the chat. Okay, let's start off with some fun. Let's start off with some fun. All right, I'm gonna ask for you guys to basically name that incident. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. See, I always have these little things that I got that I save for folks to ask them about it later on. I want your thoughts on this particular. Look at me, act pirate being messy. Lord have mercy. All right, what y'all think about this? So apparently there's this, it must be some type of generator, right? And it turns like incidents into Muppets. Hey, name this incident. I don't know what, I didn't do this. Just FYI, I did not do this. Is there like some type of Muppet generator or something? Like, what is doing this? Free AI Muppet generator. Create Muppet characters online. Okay, I see it. So I'm thinking that the original photo for that was this one, which this is hilarious. It really is. Okay. Did somebody upload that and said, hey, AI, turn this into a generator? And this is what they came up with. Lord. And they look so sad. So, what are some other Muppet generators ideas? I did not do that, Ladarius. I swear, I did not. Somebody did it in Roughing the Swac. Roughing the Swac. I did not do that. So I'm thinking like the way I'm thinking, I'm like, man, it would be so great if we could get you know, some more Muppet type of incidents that, people are, they know about it. Cause so I'm trying to think of what are some other ones that we could possibly do. I'm thinking one of them that I think would be a good one is, I don't want to be messy though, but I guess that's just a part of it, right? It's the messiness of it all. So I'm thinking of one that I think would be good, and you guys let me know if you agree, or comment in the chat. You know, comment one down in the chat. Like, which one do you think will be great? I think it's really cool that they have the Muppet things. I had one, but I didn't want to be messy. I'd be letting other folks be messy. The brawl after the brawl after the Alabama State game. Do a Muppet of Carolyn, Bynum, and Thomas. Lord have mercy. Y'all are getting kind of personal now. I was thinking of more along the lines of like football incidents, like, like Coach Prime and Coach Eddie Robinson. Like, do something like that. Someone do a Muppet of passer. Ooh. Which picture? The one where he has on the Louis Vuitton? Lord, let me stop. See, y'all gonna get me banned from Jackson State. I'm not even gonna be able to get credentials fooling around with y'all. Especially you, Dre, telling me to go after everybody, all the higher ups. Okay. um anyway, a lot of folks are graduating this weekend. Okay, that's a good one. Okay. Belt to ass on the grass. That's what it should be called? This is art, y'all. Belt to ass on the grass. I like that. That's the title of this Muppet theme. Belt to ass on the grass. Do a Muppet of T.O. spiking football on the Dallas Star and getting tackled. All right. So I have to actually figure out how to do. I promise you, I really didn't do this. I really, really didn't do this. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it. JB, this is belt to ass on the grass. Belt to ass on the grass. I'm gonna figure out how to do these Muppet babies or whatever they're called. I'm really gonna figure out how to do it, and we're gonna have some fun. Hopefully, I'll have like a couple of them. Since you guys put it in the chat, we're gonna do those for Saturday. So I have an idea of what y'all want to see. Some folks are talking about doing past presidents. Lord. Yeah, Chris. All right. So belt to ass on the grass. I like that. Oh, Lord have mercy. I knew you was gonna say that. Ooh, Lord, his eyes was cocked like a pistol. I hope they did some I don't even think they did a protocol to see whether or not he had a concussion. His eyes were they were playing tag. One was going this way, one was going that way. Mm, 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 mm. Can it do videos? I don't know. I just, like I said, somebody said this. They did this. Merlin, how are we predictable? Wait a minute. The one with McNair and Todd and staring disappointed. Oh, the one where the mailman, hey. No, it was not targeting. That was a clean tackle. You just don't like that it was belt to ass. It was a clean, that's the clean wrap up tackle. Keep your head on the swivel. Teach a man how to squabble. Oh, I got some good ones for Saturday. So we're going to do that on Saturday. We're going to cut up. We're going to cut up. All right. So let's talk about some other stuff that's been in the news, in the know. Okay, so we've been through this before, but basically everything is Shador. Lord have mercy. Do y'all not? Goodness gracious. Oh, Sudden. Guess what? Sudden. Y'all had a player drafted. So we'll talk about Sudden. They're going to get me in trouble, Lord. They're going to get me in trouble. They're going to get me in trouble, Lord. They're going to get me in trouble, but... Who did that? Why would you do that? Once again, I didn't do this. I'm a podcast, so I share this. Where are y'all getting these from? Lord have mercy. I just want to know. Oh, we're gonna talk about them purview. You know what? I feel like Mr. Ford done blew these Panthers heads up. Oh my God. Okay, so just as a disclaimer, let me put that on here. Disclaimer. Because it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Somebody sent it to me and I shared it. I really don't know how to do these. Oh, wait. I don't like that. It doesn't look like it. Teach a man how to squabble. They have Muppet style, but like, how do you even do that? Like, crazy. Oh Lord. Said somebody needs to do a Muppet of Coach Jackson where he says, you better, if you don't follow back in 4 hours, you're done. And then today he was like, we got private jets too. I said, okay, Coach Jackson, you better be flexing. Yes, I am. Definitely. That's definitely one of them. But Coach is doing that big boy talk. He letting y'all know. And he told folks that they can't come to recruit in Texas. Somebody told him they was good in Texas, and he said, your school ain't good. See? I think Coach Jackson knows how to make, he knows how to basically promote his program. He said PV take private jets too. If you didn't know. If you didn't know. Lord, let me save that for this weekend. So we're gonna have a Muppet rendition. Lord have mercy. Let me find that other one. Coach Jackson said, You need to tap in before you just come to Texas recruiting. Wait a minute. Not yeah. Hold up. You giving out. Oh, y'all comment in the chat. Who is this, y'all? Comment in the chat. Oh my God. Oh, oh, hmm. Oh, oh God. I didn't do it. I did not do this. Okay. Where's my disclaimer? Y'all should have done one with the raggedy boots. They gonna remain anonymous if they want to say who they are. They did it. Who? It was not me. Notice, y'all notice, y'all notice that it don't got no teeth. Oh God, please help me. I'm on water. I'm drinking water tonight, y'all. I am drinking. Uh, Chuck E. Cheese coins master. Oh wait, they have new. They don't even do coins anymore or tickets. They done got real fancy with their arcade things now. Now they just load it straight to the card. I honestly think that takes away from the fun. I like the tickets. Oh, Lord have mercy. I promise you I did not do this. Oh, Usher Bucks. Uh-oh. Julanta, 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 Julanta. Everybody knows that Jackson State is running it back. Everybody knows that. Mr. I'm gonna play. When I show you this, just know I'm about to play in your face. Okay, y'all. And FYI, as a disclaimer, I did not do this. It was sent to me. I'm just, All right, back to Coach Jackson because he is telling folks that they got to check in. You can't come over here in Texas and think you just about to come recruiting. Oh, maybe he took it down. He said, oh no, here it is right here. Coach Patton from Sacramento State said, I'm about ready to be in Houston. I'm about ready to be in Houston. Coach Jackson said, call first before you come. Wait a minute. He telling him you can't just be coming up over here. You gotta call first. Call first before you think that you about to touch down. And he said, so Coach Patterson said, I'm good everywhere in Texas, little homie. And Coach Jackson said, your school ain't. Ooh, check in. You got to tap in before you come around in my parts up in Houston. You think you about to recruit some folks out in Houston? You got to check in first. Tap in. Make sure you ain't recruiting somebody we need. the big U of Texas. Like, don't get it twisted. He said he's on a mission. Boy. You know what's funny is said Lionel, and I don't, a couple of others from Prairie View, even Roe, and I know Julian would be talking mess too, right about now, talking about how they going undefeated, they whooping everybody in the West, they getting ready to beat whoever comes from the East. They keep on saying Alabama State, which doesn't make any sense, but okay. We are returning at least a minimum of 9 to 10 players that should be all Swac. All I'm going to say is that said talked all that noise. Boy, he talked all that noise. And this is what happened. I want to say this happened week 1. I want to say they shut it down so quick, it'll make your head spin. Boy, that's the first game of the season. They didn't even let them marinate a little bit. First game of the season. They did all that talking. They had championship t-shirts ready to go. And boom. Don't lose to Texas Southern, because if you do, we are on your ass. Exactly. Please. Chris Dishman let y'all do all that talking, and he drug y'all from point A to point B. You was over there wasting Texas Southern grass with all that talk. So, and you know what? We don't actually play Prairie View. Allegedly, y'all ducked us this season. I don't know. Is it true? Is it not? Allegedly, we could have got scheduled, but allegedly, y'all was ducking some smoke. So y'all keep on talking all that noise. I like it. I like the vibrato. I like it. Y'all were deep at your spring game. I love it. All right. So let's get started on these not transfers. Let's get started on these undrafted free agents and signings. All right. So I'm going to share this one first because it's right here on my timeline. And that is defensive lineman Trey Lang. He is a Southern University alum. And he was drafted from Eastern Michigan from the defensive line. Round 7. Okay, Southern. What was he doing at Southern? How long was he at Southern? So Trey Lang is originally from Tallahassee, Florida. Damn, FAMU, how you let that one go? His town's Tallahassee. His previous school was East Mississippi Junior College before he went to Southern. Let's look at his career. Oh, okay. It looks like he was only there for 2022, but nevertheless, Trey Lang is an alum of Southern. So we want to go ahead and acknowledge that Southern did have a young man, Trey Lang, being drafted out of the CFL. So congratulations. Next. So as you know, Blue he keeps up with FCS Football Central, and he basically has a 2025 FCS football tracker where it lists all of the undrafted rookies, the rookie mini camps. I'm going to drop that in the chat. Y'all can open it and utilize it to check on it because he updates it. We're just going to go through each one of the HBCU alums. Excuse me. I meant to clarify that. We ain't finna go through each one of these now. Not going through each one of them. I'll be going through each one of the HBCU alums. Yeah, and you know what? Everybody calculates their stuff differently. So you're not going to see Shador Sanders on here, Travis Hunter, Shiloh, Cameron, Simon Craig. You're not going to see those four on here. Even though everyone with the exception of Travis Hunter went to Jackson State for 2 years. They do. If you're 2 years removed, you don't count. So, whatever you want to do. It's however you want to take it. All right. So let's start with Alabama State. Kashawn Johnson. Okay, Bama State. Kashawn Johnson. I'm going to pull up this information for you. So he was at Alabama State for 3 years. Kashawn Johnson, 6 foot wide receiver, 209 pounds, Birmingham, Alabama. So in 2021, he saw action in all 5 games, mostly on special teams. 2022, he led the Hornets with 31 receptions in 9 games, recording 540 yards, averaged 17.1 yard per reception and 58.89 yards per game. He had 3 touchdowns. In 2023, he was Blue Bloods' first team preseason All-Swac, Field Steel preseason All-Swac second team. He had 829 receiving yards in 2023, 7 touchdowns. His longest touchdown was 63 yards. So Kashawn Johnson, if you look him up, actually he is okay. They got him in here as a Baltimore Ravens wide receiver. He's clocking in at 6'1", 218 pounds. Hey, nephew. So congratulations to Kashawn Johnson. We will be following all of these young men, right? Who we got up next here? Delaware State RB Jaden, running backs Jaden Sutton. Okay. So Delaware State's running back, Jaden Sutton. He signed with the Washington Commanders. Better do that. See, we have so many young men that are able to get to the next level. And like a lot of people have echoed, that all you need is a chance. We know when you get to that rookie camp, They are looking to dwindle it down to that. How much is it? 53 man roster. They not playing. So you just want to be able to compete and show them that you are worthy of that roster spot. Jaden Sutton, undrafted free agent. And let me read out Mr. Jaden Sutton's stats at Delaware State. So this was a very running back draft heavy. Like they drafted a lot of running backs for this particular draft. Jaden Sutton, 6'1", 218 pounds. His hometown is Winston-Salem, North Carolina. 2024 All-MEAC first team. He played in 12 games, ran 184 times for 1,220 yards and 12 touchdowns. He averaged 101.7 yards per game, catch 17 passes for 192 yards and a touchdown, tied for third on team in receiving touchdowns. Returned 2 kickoffs for 21 yards, completed only a pass attempt for 35 yards, and had a season high of 198 yards versus Campbell. So Jaden Sutton is versatile, and he's previously worked on special teams. So congratulations to Jaden Sutton of Delaware State. Next. Who we got next? Okay. We have Florida A&M DB Kendall Bowler. And Kendall Bowler is a Broncos undrafted free agent. I'm going to play his thing. Let me see. His basically the phone call that he received. Yo, he said, "Let's ride, y'all." Okay, Russell Wilson Jr. talking about some "Let's ride." Hey, Mr. Bowler. Wait, don't be getting my stuff flagged. We just gonna have to look at it in silence. They got some background music. Yeah. And I'm getting ready to read his stats at the conclusion of this particular video. Okay. So Kendall Bowler, 6 foot, 195 pounds, hometown Orlando, Florida. Previous school was, of course, Mercer. He is all Swac second team, invited to the Hula Bowl and HBCU Legacy Bowl, reached the Senior Bowl watch list. Let's see what the season was. So for the 2024 season, I don't know. They didn't have this stuff updated. Okay. So he had 1 interception, 23 solo tackles, 10 assists for 33 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 5 passes defended, and 1 block. For his career at FAMU, he was at FAMU from 2021 to 2024. 73 solo tackles, 32 assists, 105 total tackles, 6 tackles for loss for 12 yards, 4 interceptions, 33 passes defended, 2 blocks. Yeah. And let me put his thing up here. All right. Hey KB, we have a new subscriber to the channel, KB. Nice to meet you. Folks is behaving right now. They behaving. Right, y'all? Y'all are behaving in the chat, right? This is the look that you that somebody gives somebody when they say that you got to check in order to recruit in a city. Like who got to check in? Who got to check in? All right, let's see who's next, y'all. Do a Muppet of that picture there. Oh my God, you guys are terrible. You know that y'all are terrible. You think I should do a picture, one of that image? I don't know how to do the Muppets. I told y'all that is not me doing it. It is not. That needs to be a Muppet. Oh my goodness. I promise you, it is not me. Okay. I'm not lying. All right. Back to the blues tracker. Ah, here we go. Here, we're going to have to play some music for ours. Yeah. Dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it. Dun, 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 okay. Now, of course, Blue has, I want to say he has four people on here, but technically, you know, if it's by our standards, we have like 10 people. Seriously, we do. We have 10. So we're going to start off with Devontae Davis. Of course, Devontae, if a lot of people didn't know, but Devontae Davis was recruited back in, I want to say 2019. He been here for a little minute. He definitely was here for the duration of his football career. He graduated from Jackson State University. And then after he graduated, he decided to transfer. So Devontae Davis transferred to FAU. And I want to say, let me see. Indianapolis Colts. He is one of our fellow Jackson State alums that will be going to the Indianapolis Colts, and he signed as an undrafted free agent. Let's look at his stats. So in 2023, he had 9 assists, 21 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss for 27 yards, 2.5 sacks for 10 yards, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 2 quarterback hurries. So throughout his career, he had 35 solo tackles, 31 assists for 66 total tackles, 18.5 tackles for loss for 101 yards, 7.5 sacks for 53 yards, 3 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. So congratulations to D. Davis as he goes to congratulations to D. Davis as he goes to the Indianapolis Colts. In that same token, we have another fellow Tiger who is also going to the Indianapolis Colts. He is actually labeled on this tracker as he's under Southeast Louisiana. But many of you guys know Keedron Culligan. Keedron Culligan actually graduated from Jackson State. His degree says what? The I love. So I mean, it's all how you want to do it. They got him listed for Selah, but okay, that's fine. Lord have mercy, she joined the DeBarge family. What is wrong with Miak Pirate? What is wrong with him? Stop. Why would you say that? Oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me go on to the next person. I'm over here. Let me move on. All right. Okay. Now, this one, of course, I had already had in my mind, which is Mr. Robert McDaniel. I actually been he ain't lying. Based on this profile pic, he ain't lying. He's not lying. Of course, we have none other than Robert McDaniel, straight from the Jackson State University. He 6'2", defensive back, 207 pounds, graduate student. His previous school, and he is a graduate of Alcorn State. He was on the 2024 Senior Bowl watch list, the 2024 East-West Shrine 1000, 2024 Aeneas Williams Award watch list. For the 2024 season, he had 34 solo tackles, 21 assists for 55 total tackles, 10 tackles for loss for 37 yards, 4.5 sacks for 28 yards, 2 forced fumbles, 3 total interceptions, 1 quarterback hurry, 5 breakup passes. Oh, excuse me, 5 pass breakups, excuse me, for the 2024 season. Ooh! Miak Pirate, you might want to slow your roll. The Arsenals are up in here deep, okay? This water is exceptionally good tonight. But the tea in the chat makes me want to have a glass of wine, honey. All right. So Robert McDaniel, so I don't have like somebody posted, but I don't know if it's true, how much that Mr. McDaniel got signed for. I don't know if that's true though. So I'm not going to read it. I mean, it said 2.9 million. I don't want to read that because I don't even know where they got their money, their information from. And sometimes that place be loud and wrong. So we're not going to post how much he signed for because I don't want that to be wrong. But anyway, he signed with the Washington Commanders. So congratulations. Let's go on to the next 3 years for 2.995. 3 years for 2.995. Okay. And let me just say this. Robert McDaniel was high up on the Commanders list. We stayed through the whole entire draft. Well, till the Washington Commanders last draft pick, I stayed live. And they ended up actually drafting, I want to say they ended up drafting a wide receiver. And he actually was formerly at Alabama State. I want to say I just covered him earlier. That's who they actually decided to draft. So they did end up drafting an HBCU player, if you want to look at it like that, because that particular, I want to say, wide receiver came from Alabama State. But they signed him immediately. They've been very high on Robert McDaniel. And so we're going to wish him luck. All right. Moving right along, y'all. So, okay. So these right now, we're just going through who was signed, who had, so I'm doing undrafted free agents that actually were signed. And then the way they have it, the way Blue has it broken down, he has it broken down in who was actually signed and then who has a mini rookie camp invite. So next up, we have North Carolina A&T Aggie Pride. This is offensive lineman Jason Ivey. Jason Ivey. Oh, I did see that. I think I put that on a bookmark. Damn, he's big ass lineman. Good Lord. That is a big lineman. Okay? Huge. It's huge, y'all. All right. Let me see. I have his bookmark because I saw that he was signed. Here it is right here. I knew I saved it. Jason Ivey, they have him listed as a tackle from North Carolina A&T. He is 285 pounds, 6'5". His hometown is none other than Charlotte, North Carolina. His high school is South Mecklenburg, and he is a graduate student. And he has been at A&T for his whole entire career. So from 2021 up until 2024, he has been at A&T. So he is another one of those HBCU players who his entire career was at A&T. You know that I'm not going to say that it's unheard of, but a lot of times we do see that the changes with the transfer portal. 6'5", 285 is small in NFL terms. Oh, okay. Well, I want to say, you don't know his arm size though. He might have long arms. Anyway, so Mr. Not for a tackle, is it? Anyway, Mr. Ivey will be headed to go and protect Shedeur Sanders. So, congratulations. And we are looking forward to seeing you. Jason Ivey, tackle. Okay, moving right along. Okay, I have this young man on my list of folks. Why are y'all being so messy? Oh, Lord. All right. We have Joaquin Davis, wide receiver out of North Carolina Central, y'all. Joaquin Davis, I listed him as someone who I felt like was going to definitely be an undrafted free agent. He is going to the Denver Broncos. Joaquin Davis. So we not only have FAMU Kendall Bowler, we also have Broncos. The Broncos also have landed Joaquin Davis of North Carolina Central. Davis scored a whopping 9.33 on the relative athletic scale, checking in at 6'4", 194 pounds with a 4.35 second 40-yard dash and a 42-inch vertical. And he had a standout performance at I want to say the Legacy Bowl. So congratulations, Joaquin Davis. Let me read his stats. No information available. Okay, so they don't have any stats available on ESPN for right now. But I will say this about Joaquin, that he was highly touted after the HBCU Legacy Bowl. But what did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm just over here. I'm highlighting these wonderful HBCU athletes that are taking the next step to go to the next level. And it also shows other HBCU student athletes that you do have a pathway to the NFL. Do not let folks talk you into thinking that just because you're at an HBCU that you cannot be highlighted. It's not true. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see who's next on Blues Tracker. North Carolina Central, South Carolina offensive lineman Torricelli Simpkins. Torricelli Simpkins the third. He's 320 pounds, 6'5". Well, he might not be 320 pounds anymore. But Torricelli Simpkins the third. He's originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. He went to Olympic High School. He was at North Carolina Central from 2021 up until the 2023 season. And then he transferred to South Carolina. But he was developed at North Carolina Central, wouldn't you say? Wait, wait a minute. Why am I getting called out? Why am I getting called out? All right. Anyway, moving right along. Let's see what is on Blue's list. Ooh, South Carolina State. Linebacker Aaron Smith. I want to say I have Aaron Smith on here. Let me see. I know I did that one. Let me see. Hang on, y'all. I had so many different slides. It'll make your head spin. So let me see if I can find Aaron Smith because I definitely did him. I'm not seeing him. Well, y'all, I did Aaron Smith, but I had Aaron Smith listed as one of my undrafted free agents that I felt was definitely going to sign with a team. And so, lo and behold, he did, in fact, sign with a team. Oh, here he is right here. Y'all are cutting up in the chat. And I'm over here minding my business, drinking my water. It's loading, y'all. Sorry. Let me pull him up. Aaron Smith, South Carolina State. Bulldog tenacity. So Aaron Smith is originally from Manning, South Carolina. That's the homegrown talent right there. 6'2", 230 pounds. Hey, what the hell is going on? Hey, Orangey, I'm just going over these undrafted free agents. That's all. And let me read his stats for you all for Aaron Smith. He had 53 solo tackles, 42 assists for 95 total tackles, 8.5 tackles for loss for 20 yards, a half a sack for 3 yards, one forced fumble, one interception, one quarterback hurry, 2 pass breakups. Wow. And that was for the 2024 season. Crazy, right? Yeah. So congratulations to South Carolina State linebacker. Wait a minute. What is going on? All right. Next, let's see who we have on the list. So congratulations. And he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. Ooh. Their defense is no joke. Okay, so that would conclude the signed players. So the ones that signed undrafted free agent. Of course, Jackson State has claimed and has been claiming, of course, Shiloh. So Shiloh Sanders signed a undrafted free agent contract with none other than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I want to say Cam. He signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So congratulations. Wait, what did Zach say? Smart. South Carolina State has to get better stats. I can find the Holy Grail before finding background info on South Carolina State. Oh, and you are being shady, laughing because everybody knows that Jackson State has stats, pictures, photos, video, anything, historical evidence, and all that. So that was kind of shady, calling you out. All right, maybe they need to have like some sort of meeting with athletic departments and Jaguars. Okay, Dre, Jaguars. I don't like saying it like that. Jaguars. That sounds so weird. Anyway, let's move right along. We are now at the wait, is that the only ones that I know of? Oh, okay. So Jackson State alum Kedron Culligan, he signed. Let me see who he signed with, because or did he only get a rookie invite? Let me see. I want to say he signed. He's with Selah. Let me see. Southeastern Louisiana DB Kedron Culligan. So he is a Jackson State alum. Has his degree from Jackson State from last year, and then he entered in the transfer portal and went to Selah, and he got signed with the Indianapolis Colts. Then you also have Another young man who graduated from Jackson State University is Antonio Doyle. I want to say he signed with somebody. Or maybe, yeah, he signed with someone. Antonio Doyle did. And there's one more that I'm missing. I'm missing one. I am missing one, and I can't remember who it is. Nope, I already said Devontae Davis, Travis. You're late. Anyway, congratulations to all the young men, but we also have more. Just because you don't get drafted and just because you don't get signed does not mean that you do not have an opportunity, because that's not true. We also have rookie minicamp invites. So for those of you, you can also get invited to a rookie minicamp. Oh yeah, I said Simon Craig, Jacksonville Jaguars. Sorry, Jaguars. Cam Simon Craig. Yes, I did get him. But anyway, Jackson State all through and through. No, HBCUs all up through and through. All right, so these are the young men who had rookie mini camp invites. Once again, I'm going to copy and paste this. This is Blue's website. So you guys can go here periodically to check to see any updates on who got signed to what. It'll give you the player's name and what the FCS team that they came from and where they got signed to, or what rookie mini camp they'll be at. Grambling State quarterback Miles Crawley. Congratulations. Miles Crawley was invited to a New York Giants rookie mini camp. So congratulations. Miles Crawley was the preseason player of the year for last year. New York Giants. I saw his let me see. They did have like a thing for him, but I can't find it. This is the only podcast that assigns homework. Who is getting assigned homework? What is the only homework that we have is for somebody to do some more Muppet babies. I don't have any other assigned homework, okay? All right. Oh, Lord have mercy. So Miles Crawley, congratulations. He will be headed to the New York Giants camp. I'm wondering, are the camps all the same week? Because if you get invited to two camps, can you go to both? Damn, Howard DB, Robert Jones done got invited everywhere. Why did he get invited to so many camps? If I'm him, I'm trying to go to everybody's camp. They must wanted him bad. Let's look up let's look up Robert Jones. So Robert Jones is 6'1" defensive back, 188 pounds. He had 30 solo tackles, 9 assists for 39 total tackles, 1 fumble recovery, 3 interceptions, 7 pass breakups, and 1 blocked kick, according to the Howard website. He has been invited to go to the Kansas City Chiefs minicamp, Minnesota Vikings, and the Indianapolis Colts. No, they are not. Some kids got 2 to 3 invites. Dang, okay. Howard DB Xavier Raboy, he was invited to the Washington Commanders. Jackson State running back Irv Mulligan, he was invited to the New York Giants camp. Jackson State edge Philip Webb, he was invited to why did you do this? Oh God, why did this happen? Somebody sent me a Muppet baby, y'all. Somebody sent me a Muppet baby. And I want you guys to guess. Listen, coach, I did not do this, okay? I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I did not do this. I'm gonna have to pull it up, y'all. I did not do this, coach. So do not take this out on me. I still need my interviews. Who? Matt Knoll retired from football. Do y'all even know who that is? That's supposed to be a coach. And what in the world? Why would you do that? I didn't do that, y'all. Which coach is that? Guess in the chat which coach it is. Which coach it is. Well, I mean, somebody told me who it was. Y'all go ahead and guess. It ain't Coach Beef because the cap not red. What is wrong with Dre? Y'all don't know who it is. All right, let me pull up. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a hint. Mind you, now listen, y'all don't get on me because I'm not the one that did this. Somebody sent it to me. So therefore, when I pull up this coach, it's not me. I didn't do it. Y'all can't be getting mad at me, y'all. Okay? I'm going to pull it up. Let me see. Oh God. Y'all are terrible. Okay. I'm just telling y'all right now, it's not me. I didn't do it. You see me. I've been talking the whole time. How could I do one of those? Muppet. There's nothing wrong with having a Muppet. No, it's not. It's supposed to be Coach TC. Why are you guys? Do we need to do it side by side? Lord have mercy. Anyway, we're gonna have a time guessing on Saturday. All right, we are. And listen, I didn't do it. Okay, I didn't do it. I didn't. Okay. All right. The complexion threw me off. They don't have dark-skinned Muppet babies, do they? They don't have dark-skinned Muppet babies. Wait! Don't be hey! All you football folks from Jackson State, don't y'all be coming in the chat. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Future Muppets must have proper pigmentation. That's not true. You do not have to have proper pigmentation. Anyway, a Jackson State fan sent that to me. They said that's their coach. All right. Moving right along, y'all. Blue, Kenny Gallup didn't sign with nobody? That can't be right. Let me share this. North Carolina Central defensive lineman Quantez Mansfield. Quantez. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Quantez Mansfield. All right. Quantez Mansfield is from North Carolina Central. He signed not signed. He has a rookie minicamp invite from Minnesota Vikings. Defensive line, 6'2", 295 pounds, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Dang, North Carolina A&T, how you let him get out from underneath your sleeve? From Southeast Guilford High School. He played at North Carolina Central his entire season. His entire football career from 2009 up until 2023. Does he have any? Okay, he played in 2024 as well. 15 solo tackles, 16 assists for 31 total tackles, 10 and a half tackles for loss, 20 for 23 yards, 3.5 sacks for 17 yards, 4 quarterback hurries, 2 pass breakups. So that is Mr. Quantez Mansfield from North Carolina Central. He spent his entire collegiate career at 2019 to 2024. Miss Natasha, I don't know where Mr. Ford is. Mr. Ford probably watching basketball. Oh yeah. Lakers in 5, right? Okay. 2019 to 2024. My bad, y'all. Why are y'all being so messy? Who is Whitley Arsenal? All right. I'm being all loud. It wasn't 5, but it wasn't the Lakers. Please help me. God, please help me today. Because why are you saying that, Dre? Lord, we thought that was Dylan Gabriel. Didn't Dylan Gabriel play about 7 years? We thought it was Tyler Shue. All right. Let me go back to this. Where is blue stuff at? Okay. Let's see who else we got on here. A South Carolina State tight end, Kashawn Toney. This is why it's so important to have the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Very important. Because Kashawn Toney, excuse me, 250 pounds, 6'3", Williston, South Carolina. Previous team was Chattanooga College. Chattanooga College had a lot of folks coming from out of there. He played in, well, there's only 3 games on here for 4 receptions for 66 yards. There's not very much in terms of stats on here. But he's a tight end. 2023 season, he had 20 receptions for 244 yards, 5 total touchdowns. His longest was 26. Of course, he's a tight end, so you expect to see some defensive statistics too. There's not too much on here, so I'm not going to say that they're fully developed on the website, as Blue has pointed out. AI says only 30% of drafted players make the final roster. I guess there's always the practice squad. And you can get paid. Yeah, you get paid for being on the practice squad, for being on the scout team. Yeah. Let's go back on here and make sure we didn't miss anybody. I want to say that's it, though. Seven McGee, former Jackson State player, he did sign with he did get a mini camp invite with the Atlanta Falcons. And that's it. So once again, I'm going to copy and paste because these can be updated. People can be added to the roster, or, get an invite. So you always want to keep that up. So is your pa from Southern? She said, my pa doesn't like JSU. Your pa does not have to know that you're cheering for Jackson State. Ooh. Said, my pa doesn't like Jackson State. Wait a minute. All right. That wasn't too bad. Next, what I wanted to talk about is, let's talk about these jersey sales. Number one, or top rookie, top selling jersey of the 2025 rookie class is coming in at $144. Shedeur Sanders. I wonder, did they already know that Shedeur Sanders was going to do this? Was this like, I don't know. I feel like maybe they already knew. So the business of Shador Sanders. So his gear sold out on his website. Fanatics is also selling 9 different items for the 144th overall pick, more than any other 2025 choice. How does that even happen? Not even the number one, not even more than Cam Ward? How is that even possible? Dylan Gabriel was drafted before Shador Sanders, and he's not even. Where is his stuff at? You can't even see. Where is Dylan Gabriel at? Damn. I haven't even seen his. Flacco only got one jersey on there. I don't even see Dylan Gabriel on here. That sucks to be Dylan Gabriel, right? And Flacco. That, yeah. The top sellers are Dylan who? Ain't nobody checking for you, Otis. You wish you could work it the way I do. That's how Shador is going to come in there. No, I'm just kidding. He's not going to do that. So congratulations. I can't get with the doo-doo brown. Theta said no on the doo-doo brown. Cam has the seat. Shador has the moment. I don't think so. I don't know. Shador has always had. He has the moment, and then something happens, and he has the moment again, and he has the moment again. I don't know which school you represent. Shut up and bump. But from the time that Shador has been at Jackson State, he's always had that. Yeah. Let me see if my other Muppet came in. Nope. I thought somebody was going to send me some more Muppets. Nope. So the last thing on the list that I had to talk about was the final transfer list. I love it. Blue just be putting all of the stuff together, all in one little spot. You can find all of it. So Prairie View has had like 17 transfer portal transfers coming in. 17? That is a lot of players, right? Because, Prairie View seems to feel like they are going undefeated in the Swac year one. And I was just like, dang, I remember when we bought in a lot of different players and getting used to the scheme, right? Installing the packages. And it usually takes about, what would you guys say, half of the season to successfully install a defense and an offense. Talking about all new players, not all new players, but a lot of new players coming from all different types of schemes. on all different levels of in terms of how fit they are. It's a lot of folks. So I'm going to be interested to see how it's going to work. Um, Prairie View seems to, said and Lionel seem to think that all of these transfers that are coming in, they're just going to blow it out the park. FAMU got those hogs coming in. FAMU had 31 last season and lost to Valley. Oh dear God. Mm, mm. I don't know how that happened. I really don't. I'm not trying to be funny, but I just don't know how that happened. I think they had lost to Prairie View and they were just kind of like sick of everything. So I wanted to go over these so-called the FCS tracker, right? So basically, I wanted to go over and see like, okay, where are they getting their folks from? Where are these people coming from? Because I just have questions. Like, did they come from a team that was really good? Are they leaving because they want more playing time? They want to be closer to home. Oh Lord, he definitely does. That is not a lie. Blue, where's your FCS to FBS tracker? FCS to FBS. I see FCS to FCS, but um I don't see FBS to FCS. Sorry. Because I saw a player on there, I was like, oh, okay, they used to be at Jackson State. And then all of a sudden, he went to Missouri, he went to JUCO, he went to a lot of different places, I'll tell you that. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find this tracker. Why would I be scared of Prairie View? We don't play Prairie View this year. Why would I be scared of them? We don't play them. The only way we play them is if you guys yeah. We don't play you guys, so we're not worried at all. Lionel needs to leave the dope alone. I'm not necessarily scared of Prairie View. I just think it's interesting because, he's popping it. It's interesting to listen to what he's got a message. Of course I want to listen to it. All right, I got it, y'all. I got it. I got the tracker. Let me see who's going to Prairie View. See, all of these folks. Good Lord. All right. So basically, with the exception of maybe one or two, all of the folks that are transitioning into Prairie View are going to be, they're going to be from other programs. So either they didn't get enough playing time, they were moving close to home, they graduated, I dropped the link, Tiger Nation. What questions do you have for Mr. Ford? Drop them in the chat. Transfer you over here in Houston, Texas. Hey, Mr. Ford.
Hey, baby, how you feeling?
Hey, how are you?
I overslept. I was gonna get some rest and then get back up with you. I just kind of overslept, but I'm good. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You overslept. Did you
Yeah.
watch that Lakers game yesterday?
No, no, it's too late for me.
Oh, they got belt to ass. They lost.
Yeah. I know, but you know what? I'm not surprised. They just Palinka and them didn't do a good job of stocking that team. They not gonna blame him, but they don't have a general manager.
Miss Natasha says, "Hey, Mr. Ford." She was looking for you
Hey,
earlier. Yeah, where's Mr.
hey,
Ford at?
hey, how you doing?
They said you might have been watching basketball.
No, I was in here. I was gonna lay down and then I was gonna get back up and that's
They said you woke up in time to get ready for bed.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Miss Natasha, you doing all right?
Mr. Ford, what you done gas these Prairie View folks up? Do you hear
What
me?
happened? What
They
happened?
are talking some big
Yes,
boy
yeah,
noise. They loud.
yeah, they loud, baby.
They
I've
are
been listening to your
loud.
guy. What's his name? Lord Mosby. What's it?
Lionel, Lionel,
Lionel. Oh
Lion,
yeah,
Lionel, Lion, Lionel.
yeah. They talking, boy. They talking
Did
big
you
boy
hear him,
noise.
Mr. Ford?
Yeah. I've been listening to him.
Sounding ridiculous. You done gassed them.
Yeah, he
Woke
doing it,
up,
man. Now he gave
Mr.
a
Ford.
coaches list the other day that I thought was very flawed. He
Wait,
gave
he
that.
gave a coaching list.
Yeah, he said the top. I did agree with that. Bethune Cookman has the worst coach in the Swac. I do believe that. I do agree when he said TC was one, and he said that the guy at Prairie View is two. But I thought the reason I say was flawed. I don't think he's ever seen Sam Shade. I don't think he knows who Sam Shade is. I really don't think he knows who Sam. But he's gonna find out. He low rated Sam Shade totally.
So this was his coaching
Yeah,
from
he
last
listed
year.
he listed what he called the best coaches in the SWAC. He had TC
Right.
at number one, and then he had his guy Jackson at number two. He had Raymond Wood is the worst coach in the SWAC, which I agree with that. But that other things, there's some other the way he hit the placement. The main thing I disagreed with was Sam, the way he played Sam Shea.
So let me read to you his head coach rankings from last year,
Okay.
and um, let me know what you think about this. So last year, his number one head coach was Bubba McDowell. Number two coach was Eddie Robinson Jr. Number three coach was T.C. Taylor. Number four coach was Raymond Woody. Number five coach was Mickey Joseph. Sixth, Cedric Thomas. Seventh was Terrence Graves. Eighth was James Colsey III. Ninth was Alonzo Hampton. 10th was Kendrick Wade. 11th was Connell Maynard. And 12 was Chris Dishman. But in week one of their Texas Southern whooped up on Prairie View week one.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
But Mr. Theta says Sam Shade, Lampshade, Shade Tree Mechanic, JSU by 40. No, by 40.
I think I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I just looked at that.
This man hasn't coached one game in the SWAC, and he's already number 2. What do you think, Mr. Ford? Do you think that Coach Jackson out the gate first year is number 2 coach in the SWAC?
Well, I think they're going on the fact that he played for a Division II national championship and the moves that he's making right now. Like you said earlier, that guy, he's transferred you. Hey, Miss Whitley, he's transferred you now. He's transferred you. We're gonna see how this thing falls out. He's brought in a lot of people.
Yeah, because when I looked at this, Blue always has like a FCS tracker, just basically
is Blue on here tonight?
He was.
Listen, they talking big trash down there in Tallahassee. You heard about what happened down there, right?
What happened? Wait, hang on. Wait a minute. Wait, let me get this ready.
Yeah.
What happened, Mr. Ford? Everybody type allegedly on here. Allegedly.
Yeah. You heard about the kid from Fordham that has come to FAMU. Have you heard that?
Mr. Ford, you're gonna have to enlighten me. Do we need to put allegedly in the chat, or this is
No, we need to pull up that kid. It's a kid. He's come from Fordham University, and the white people are saying that this kid, by him coming to FAM, is already the best quarterback in the SWAC. He was hurt last year.
Hold up.
Yes. Yeah, listen, I wish you see if you can pull up he's from Fordham University. Hey, anybody heard about this? He's supposed to be going to FAM. He was hurt, like they got through for 3,000, not last year, but the previous year. He threw for 3,000. He's coming from Fordham University. He's from Pasadena, California. There's some people from the SCS that's saying that this kid is, by him going to FAM, is already the best quarterback in the SWAC. They talk, like you said, they talking big boy noise about this kid.
I ain't heard nothing.
Wait a minute. God, I can't even think his name. But he's from Pasadena, California.
Let me look up this Fordham.
Yeah, look up transfer from Fordham quarterback going to Florida A&M. They talking big boy noise about this boy, about this player.
CJ Montez.
That's him. Who
is this young man?
Yeah, they talking big boy noise about him now.
You know who they said was the best quarterback last year?
Who was that?
Daniel Richardson, didn't it?
Oh yeah, Richardson played. Yeah.
They knocked one eye. It was going this way, and the other one's going that way. They was crossing, and then they was back this way, and then they was rolling around. So let me look up.
Yeah, he's from Fordham University. Originally went to New Mexico or somewhere.
Oh, it said he was a Walter Payton finalist. Okay.
Yeah, they listen. They talking big talk about this boy.
All right, let's look.
They trying to say this kid is he's all of that.
Okay. 6'2", 205 pounds, Pasadena, California.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. So he was at Fordham until the 2000. So he was out last season injured, and then he went
He
to the
was
transfer.
injured. Yeah, yeah, that's him.
Okay.
That's him.
So let's look at his 2023 season. He had 11 games, 241 completions for 376 attempts, one interception for three, and he had 3,000 total yards, 26 touchdowns. 91 was his longest touchdown. He had a 64% completion percentage, 12.4 average points per game, 272.7 average passing yards per game. Rushing statistics, 101 attempts for 158 yards, 3 touchdowns. His longest was 17. He averages 1.6 rush per game, or excuse me, per attempt, 14.4 average per game. So he's not a dual threat quarterback,
Right.
based off of them stats, right, Mr. Ford?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm thinking, uh, your boy showed some highlights. He can throw the football now. What's my man name? I always ask you about him. The guy that does that clap before he starts. You know what I'm talking about.
The one from Livingston.
Yeah, yeah. He showed some highlight. He showed some film.
And he said that he's the best quarterback in the SWAC.
No. That's some
Oh,
articles
okay.
out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Still belt to ass. Still belt to ass. Belt to
yeah,
ass.
yeah. So it's a lot. See, he's coming down here with a big reputation.
Good. Okay. So it looks like Coach Cozy done went and got him a quarterback.
Yeah, I thought he already had one. I thought that the man was going to be that Jefferson kid, but
I'm
this
so
guy
glad that
right
you
here,
Tovish. You've been saying Mayor Tovish's name for 2 years, Mr. Ford.
he didn't even dress.
Uh-uh. All right. So let me know when we're talking about. So you're saying that you feel like he's going to be um a formidable
Well,
quarterback.
I
So
wanted to know from Blue, what did he know about this kid? I mean, is that a myth about him talking about he already the best in the SWAC, or I mean, is
I
that
mean,
true or what?
it does say that he was a Walter Payton. Um, it does say on here on his stats. It does say that he was a Walter Payton finalist.
Okay.
Probably sitting back. I think he was a Walter Payton finalist the same year as what? Cam Ward?
Well, Cam was gone 2 years. 2 years ago, Cam
No, he
was he at
wasn't.
Washington State? Wasn't he at Washington State?
Oh, maybe he was. Let
I
me
thought he
see.
was.
Yeah, so he's a Walter Payton Award finalist, second team All Patriot League, 2023 Field Steel All Patriot League, led the Patriot League and was eighth in the NCAA FCS in passing touchdowns. Named FedEx Ground FCS National Offensive Player of the Week following the Buffalo game.
I saw some of the highlights from the Buffalo game. He reminds you of you. Do you remember the guy FAMU had a guy they called him the Mad Bomber? Do you
No,
remember
I
him?
do not know.
Okay, they had a kid that transferred to FAMU under Billy Joe. Was from Temple University. His name was Pat Bonner. They called him the Mad Bomber. That's who he reminds you of. He's not just a thrower. This guy can pinpoint his passes.
Oh, really, Mr. Ford?
Yeah. This I saw. Like I said, he showed some highlights of the game against University of Buffalo, and I mean, he was man. Yeah, he can throw the football now. But like I said, he's very accurate. He's very accurate. Knows how to throw to the spot, all that kind of stuff.
Well, um,
The other thing, I was going to ask, how many years of eligibility does this guy have?
Now that is the real tea, the Mad Bomber and the RAC boys.
That's
What?
right. Yeah, his
Rack
name was.
boys.
That's right. They called them the Rack Boys. That was Billy Joe and them. That was they called themselves the Gulf Coast Offense. That's been some years back. You know, they went to the that team went to the NCAA semifinals. They lost to Youngstown State.
Well, Mr. Ford, this is what I have to say in
Uh,
terms of this is what I have to say.
You know, you faced Southern before, but a different team, and you guys are a different team. What do you see from them when you cut on the film now?
Same team.
oh yeah.
You know, you faced Southern before, but a different team, and you guys are a different team. What do you see from them when you cut on the film now?
Same team.
Yeah, that's he was talking about Southern. What's that guy's name?
And I'm talking about FAMU.
Yeah, but what that what that
Coach
novice?
Quinn.
No, I'm talking about that novice name down there at Southern. What's his name?
I don't know what his name is, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Mark Fredericks. That's how excited you get when you're playing against Mark Fredericks' offense. See how enthusiastic he is. Like you said, same team. Listen, I told y'all, Mark Fredericks them is ninth grade coaches. Oh, let me tell you, I had a very interesting conversation. I worked with a guy, very young guy. I doubt if he's 25. Mr. Mona, he went to Georgetown University. He's a graduate of Georgetown. I posed a question to him today. And I asked him, I said, listen, what's the difference between HBCU football? And he played in the, I want to say it was called the Patriot League.
Mm-hmm.
You know about the Patriot League?
Yeah, that's where Fordham's at. That's where that young
That's
man.
right. There you go. Listen, so I asked him, I said, what's the biggest difference between HBCU football and the Patriot League? And this is what he told me. He said, it's not the players, it's the coaches. And he said, it's not by a little bit, it's by a long ways. He said, with our coaching, the difference between the coaching in the Swac and the coaching in the Patriot League is not close. And I said, why do you feel that way? He said, most of the people that get drafted from the Patriot League are usually brothers. However, the majority of the players in the Patriot League are white boys. And he said that the difference is the coaching.
Who said that? I'm getting ready to bust his bubble. See,
No,
that's why you need to mind your business.
I was just interviewing him. I just asked him a question.
All right. Well, when you see him tomorrow, you present him with this right here. Why he's over there talking about HBCU? This is Sam Herder of FCS. He basically is a senior FCS analyst.
Yeah.
Here. All right. So let's go ahead and look at why he's over here talking about who's drafted and who's this and who's that. Let's look at the FCS conferences with the most NFL rookies, undrafted free agents, drafted, and minicamp invites. MEAC sitting at 9, SWAC sitting at 8, and the Patriot League is sitting at 6. So respectfully, they just need to be quiet.
Well, he wasn't talking about players. He said the difference was
but
coaching.
he just said the difference was coaching, and he started talking about who's getting drafted. But the MEAC has 9 players that either were undrafted free agents, invited to a mini camp, or are drafted. The SWAC had 8 that were drafted, undrafted free agents, or mini camp invites. Patriot League only has 6.
Yeah.
So Does that mean that the coaching is better? If it just depends on what are you hanging your hat on. And when has the Patriot League ever went far in the FCS tournament? It's always coming out the Missouri Valley. What is it? What conference is that it always
That's
comes out of?
yeah. But now wait a minute. What league was James Madison in when they were 1AA or when they were FCS? Because they were real good too. Where were they?
Oh, I don't know. I thought they were in the CAA, wasn't they?
Wait a minute.
Don't.
Yeah, you might be right.
I thought they were in the CAA.
James Madison was really good.
But I'll just say this: like a lot of times, folks be over, like kind of like overplaying their hand. I feel for this particular draft, Patriot is at the bottom of the barrel. They're below Big South and the OVC in terms of the amount of players.
Well,
So
he wasn't
do you
talking
kind of
about players. He wasn't
if
talking
you're
about
going to
players.
talk about success, aren't you talking about players that get drafted? Isn't that what you're hanging your hat on? Is who gets
No,
drafted? How are you going to say coaches are better, but you only have six players coming out of the Patriot League? The
well,
coaching
listen,
can't be better.
most people have always said, I mean, Roscoe said that over 30 years ago. The Swac was filled with a lot of players, but they were not producing great teams. That was one of the things that Roscoe said about us. You remember Roscoe Nance?
No, I don't know him.
Okay. But Roscoe wrote for the Clarion Ledger. He was a sports writer for the Clarion Ledger.
Anybody from the Clarion Lion Ledger, you don't really
and
too
then
much.
but listen, eventually he went to USA Today. And his thing was that the Swac had great players, but they weren't producing great teams.
So this is the thing that I see the most, which is that you always have folks undercutting the MEAC and the SWAC, always, in terms of talent, in terms of how good a team is. The FCS has said, those HBCU conferences, they are, beneath us, right? And a lot of times when you have those matchups, the MEAC only has 6 teams, so they play a lot of non-conference games with folks in the CAA or with folks in the Big South. And the Tennessee Techs of the world, I'm trying to think of some of these schools. Like, they're not better than the best of the SWAC. It's just who they match up against.
Oh yeah.
I think that's why North Carolina A&T folks really thought that they were going to beat up on the Blacks, because they felt like their talent level supersedes those in those HBCU conferences.
Yeah, remember they won 4 Celebration Bowl, right?
Right.
And so they couldn't handle their success. They couldn't handle it. They, like you said, they thought that they were too good for the HBCU ranks anymore.
Just like Hampton, they getting ready to get on that boat and they're gonna be walking on the plank when they get to
them players coming down to Jackson, baby.
One at a time.
By the way, let me ask you this. Did you hear about Skull Barnett?
I saw something, but I don't know logistics. He passed away, right?
Yes, he's one of the greatest HBCU basketball players in the history of Black college basketball. He won 2.
Dick the Skull.
Huh?
Richard, they said Dick the Skull.
Dick Barnett. Read a little bit about him. Tell these people he's one of the greatest ever. He's one of the greatest we ever produced in the HBCU ranks. He was coached by the godfather of Black college basketball, John McClendon. He was out of Gary, Indiana. He averaged over 30 points a game at Tennessee State. At that time, I think they called themselves Tennessee A&I. Yes, sir. He called his jump shot a fallback baby. He won three national championships. What was it? 57, 58, 59. Won two NBA championships with the New York Knicks, 1970 and 1973. Later on
Named
obtained a doctorate
five.
from Fordham University. He was from Gary,
They
Indiana.
said that he was named to 5 all-tournament teams during the season, as well as UPS and AP All-American team.
Yeah,
He accepted Chuck Taylor's Most Valuable Player award from the man himself after the NAIA tournament play. That's what this picture is.
yeah. Oh, yeah. They called him he called his jumper fallback baby.
He called the jumper what?
He
Fallback
called his
baby.
jump shot. Yeah, that's what he called his jump shot. Fallback baby.
Okay, here's the information. It says he was born in 1936. TSU mourns the loss of basketball legend Dr. Dick Barnett,
Yeah,
a legendary figure in collegiate and professional basketball and one of our most distinguished alumni. He passed away peacefully on April 26th at the age of 88. He was
yeah,
born in Gary, Indiana. His
yeah,
basketball began at then Tennessee A&I State College, where he led
yeah.
the Tigers 3 consecutive NAIA national championships from 1957 to 1959 under Hall of Fame coach John McClendon.
Okay, you know
McClendon.
who that is, right? You know about John McClendon, right?
You've told us about him before.
Yes. Listen, John McClendon was trained by the man who created basketball, Dr. John Naismith. He taught McClendon at the University of Kansas. Yeah, McClendon gained all that notoriety at North Carolina Central, and eventually he left Central and went to Tennessee State. From Tennessee State, he went to the ABA. See, he's a book in himself, John McClendon. You got to read about him. This guy's called the godfather of black college basketball. He's the one who helped create the CIAA tournament. Yeah, he became a top spokesman for Converse shoes. Remember the tennis shoe called Converse?
Yes.
Okay, he was one of their top spokesmen. I met him in a place called Fort Valley, Georgia, at Fort Valley State University. That's when I met him. I was just checking.
Okay, let me finish reading it. Let me see. Barnett's talent earned him 3 All-American selections and 2 NAIA tournament MVP honors, cementing his place amongst the greats. At the Gentry Center, Barnett's jersey holds a special place in history as the only jersey ever retired by the university.
Now, let me say this. They had a president. His name was Dr. Davis. Dr. Davis was president of Tennessee State for many years. One of the things he wanted was a world-class athletic program. It was Dr. Davis who convinced Big John Merritt to leave Jackson State and come to Tennessee State. It was Dr. Davis who brought in Ed Temple. Okay, Dr. Davis brought in this guy we talk about, John McClendon. Okay, and so Tennessee State was dominant in the Olympics. They were winning the basketball championship, and then later on, he brings, I think in '63, he brought Big John Merritt from Jackson, Mississippi, to Nashville, Tennessee, where he would stay for the next 20 years and produce one of the winningest, most successful football programs in the nation. They called them the Big Blue. Yeah. You could, if you could, I wish you could look up that guy. His name was Dr. Davis. I don't know Dr. Davis's first name, but that was his vision, to have this world-class athletic program at Tennessee State.
Okay, I'll look up Dr. Dr. Davis. I'm going
Yeah.
to read the rest of Dr. Barnett. So, following his collegiate career, Dr. Barnett was selected fourth overall in the 1959 NBA draft by the Syracuse Nationals. He went on to enjoy a 14-year professional career with notable stints playing for the Los Angeles Lakers and the New York Knicks. Famous for his signature fallback baby jump shot, Barnett played a key role in helping the Knicks capture NBA championships in 1970 and 1973. His number 12 jersey was retired by the Knicks in 1990 in recognition of his outstanding contributions. Off the court, Dr. Barnett was just as impactful. He earned a master's degree from New York University and a doctorate in education from Fordham University. Passionate about education and mentorship, he taught sports management at St. John's University and founded Fallback Baby Productions, using his platform to inspire generations through writing, speaking, and advocacy. In 2024, Barnett's extraordinary career and lifelong dedication to the game was celebrated with his induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Tennessee State University extends its deepest condolences to Dr. Barnett's family, friends, and the countless lives he's touched. His legacy will forever be a part of TSU's proud history.
That's him. Called him Skull Barnett. There are people in Atlanta right now talk about he would come here for the tournaments. They called it the Georgia Invitational. He would come here and turn it out. He'd come to Atlanta and turn it out.
Ladarius said his name is Dr. Walter Davis from Canton, Mississippi.
Listen, look, read about, pull his name up. That guy was something else, man. And see, what Walter Davis understood was that Tennessee State was a state with a lot of land, but a state that didn't have a lot of black people. You know, when you go to Tennessee, the black people in Memphis, you know, you got a few in Nashville. But what he did, he would bring in kids from Ohio, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas. They had a large out-of-state population. Because if you ever look at a map of the United States, Tennessee borders about 6 states.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it borders about 6 states. And he would bring all them kids in from all over the nation. He'd bring kids from Ohio, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. That's the way he did it.
So Dr. Davis was born in Canton, Mississippi. He became the second president of Tennessee A&I State College, September 1943. In 1931, he received his bachelor's degree from Tennessee A&I State College, a master's degree from Cornell University in 1933, and a PhD from Cornell in 1941.
Hey, Mister, you see this? Somebody said Dr. Davis was my great uncle. Do you see that?
No, I'm not. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's AJH 1911. Says Dr. Davis was his great uncle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
During 1933 and 1934, he served as head football coach as well as a teacher of agricultural. During his administration as president, the enrollment of the institution soared from 670 students in 1943 to 5,092 by the fall quarter of 1965.
Yeah.
Instructional staff increased from 32 in 1943 to a teaching faculty of approximately 250 by 1966. At his retirement in 1968, the physical valuation of Tennessee A&I State University was $30 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was Dr. Davis. This is the guy that brought Ed Temple in. He brought Big John Merritt. Yeah. He brought in John McClendon. Yeah, this is the guy.
Can you imagine? I wonder what type of recruiting efforts he had to bring in that many folks, because, you know, we need to be using those types of recruiting methods. What was he doing?
I tell people that all the time.
Social media then, so how was he getting all those folks here?
Because he told his people, like I just said, always remember this: Tennessee Somebody tell me, in Tennessee, bordered by 6 states. Tennessee's bordered by like 6 states. And what he did, he would go into all of them states that bordered Tennessee and bring them kids to Nashville. Tennessee State at one time always had a lot of out-of-state students. That was their thing. It was a national campus. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, at one time they called Nashville the Athens of the South because there were so many colleges and universities there in Nashville. Of course, we know Fisk is there. Fisk is there. You got Tennessee State, and then you got a whole lot of PWIs. Of course, we know Vanderbilt. Okay? It's a lot of PWIs in Nashville. Okay, this brother right here says 8. It's 8. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is a little bit of
that was
Black history for you.
Yeah, that was a documentary put together by ESPN some years back. It was about the history of Black college basketball. And they featured this whole thing about the Tennessee State program under Coach John McClendon. And they talked about Skull Barnett. Do you remember the name of that documentary? It was some years back. It was about the history of Black college basketball. It told about the
you said the history of Black college basketball.
Yeah, it was called something. Oh, I can't even think of. Hey, what was the name of that ESPN documentary of Black college basketball? I know somebody saw it. I had it.
Okay, you have a question in the chat. It's called Black Magic. Is it Black Magic?
That's right. Listen, can you pull some of that up? Can you pull some of Black Magic up? The part about Tennessee State. Is there a way you can pull that up? Thank you. Brother Jerome, you always the man. That's right. It was called Black Magic because they talked about the CIAA. Oh, they talked about everything. But that was a part on there where they featured the greatness of that Tennessee State program under Coach John McClendon. And they talked about Skull Barnett. This guy, I'm telling you, the guy, listen, I talk to people right now that still remembers when he would come to the Georgia Invitation, this guy would come down there averaging 36, 37 points a game. Straight out of Gary, Indiana. Yeah, they called him Skull Barnett.
So, Mr. Ford, you have a question in the chat.
Okay, what did
how did your passion for HBCU football begin? And this is from KB Arsenault, Dupulchan. Was there a specific moment or figure that inspired you?
Okay, my mother said the first time she took me to a game, I was 3 years old. I went to see Albany. My mother was a graduate of Albany State, Albany, Georgia. And she said she started taking me when I was 3 years old. Now, the dominant thing in my mind, and I've told you this before, was when I was 7 or 8 years old, I was in something called the Cub Scouts. And the leader of we had a den mother, but we had another man who would help out. He was he graduated from a school called Payne College, but his master's degree was from Florida A&M. He took the troop to see Florida A&M, and the quarterback for Florida A&M was Ken Riley. The coach, of course, was the legendary Jake Gaither. And I will never forget that because that was the first time I saw Florida A&M. Now, my mother said she had taken me before that, but that's what I remember about the Florida A&M football team. And the thing that I'll never forget is that's the first time I saw the 100, which I'll call it, the 237 or something?
Yeah, we definitely call them the 237. You got it right.
That's right. That was the first time I saw the 100 at Bragg Stadium. Had to be about 67, 68.
How
And
many pieces did they have, Mr. Ford?
wait a minute. I would say
How many?
up between 150 to 170.
Okay. This must have been before they
And you
started.
see what Bro Hardy said, pots and pans. That's Miss Whitley stuff, ain't it? Pots and pans. Pots and pans.
I did not say it. I just
I know Miss
laughed.
Whitley always said pots and pans. Y'all the pots and pans. Hey, they call it the 100, the Rattlers of Florida, ain't it? Let me tell you this.
The
Let me tell you this story.
Rattlers.
Let me tell you this. When I was in the second grade, they murdered Dr. Martin Luther King in Memphis, Tennessee. And I remember as a little boy, the Florida State Patrol circled the entire Florida A&M campus. Nobody could come in, nobody could come out. I was a little kid. And we saw it on a station called WCTV, Thomasville, Georgia, Tallahassee, Florida. But I'll never forget that. The Florida patrols circled the entire Florida A&M campus. I was a little kid.
Mm.
Yeah, that was the day that they shot Dr. Martin Luther King. Yeah.
Second grade.
I was in the second grade. As a matter of fact, my teacher in the second grade, she was a classmate of Dr. King's sister. And we watched his funeral. We watched his funeral. We watched it on television in the classroom. We watched Dr. King's funeral.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And I'll never forget, they marched, after the funeral, they marched all the way through the city of Atlanta, all the way to the campus of Morehouse College.
Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
So, Lord have mercy. Mr. Ford. So,
Yeah.
what is it? What are we in? You know, the SWAC Media Day is what, July?
Oh, yeah. That's going to be
It's
big.
May, June. So, Mr. Ford, we're gonna have to start breaking down these schedules now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Listen,
And
man, everybody's talking about this during on Swac. I keep telling everybody we're in the midst of a golden era. We're in the midst of a golden era. Man, everybody's talking about the SWAC all over this city and SWAC football and this and that. And like you said, Mr. Moore, they talking big boy noise out there at Prairie View.
you
They
gassing them
talking
right
big.
on up. You
No, I'm
gassed them
serious.
right on up.
They talking big boy noise out there. Now I do say, I'm you and I've talked about this. Prairie View wins the West, but I don't believe Prairie View beats Jackson for the SWAC. I don't believe it. And Lionel and his boys said some stuff the other night. Like you say, they talking a lot of noise out there.
Mm-hmm.
They call Grambling a crumbling dynasty. Did you hear that?
Ooh!
They call Grambling a crumbling dynasty. Do
Mm.
you hear this? Oh
I
yeah,
can't believe they said that.
yeah. That's what they call Grambling. They said some stuff. Let's say they said that Jackson State before the coming of Deion Sanders and after the departure
Before
of what's the guy's
before the
name?
coming of Deion Sanders, what
Wait
about
a minute.
it?
They said the departure of Rick Commerges and the years following that people was putting belt their ass on Jackson, and then Deion Sanders came. That's one of the things they talked about.
Did they talk
I
about
mean,
them 80 games they lost in a row? Well, we could go with crumbling dynasty. 80 games lost in a row. What are we
boy,
talking about here? Now, minute. See how I get pulled in anything? I ain't
Huh?
even do one. Why now? Why is Jackson State in it?
Yeah, they talked about Jackson. They talked about Jackson.
And
And they
Mr. Moore
said that
said they
listen,
said that about Southern too.
but listen, they said they've been beating Southern's ass in Baton Rouge lately. They talk. Listen, you like you said, they talking big boy. You know what? Ooh, they said they just been beat. They let them tell it. They just been beating Southern's ass in Baton Rouge at Montfort. And they said that they Prairie View was the reason Dooley got the job at Southern. It was because of Prairie View.
Why are they talking mess like that?
Oh, they was talking. Listen, they look like you said. They talking big boy noise at Prairie View. Ooh,
Decade of losses or the lost decade of Prairie View. Like, what are we talking about now? He was
oh
wrong
yeah.
as two left shoes doing all that. I mean, they talking so much stuff. It's
Oh, they
just
talking noise out there at Prairie View, baby. They talking
I said
noise.
there's
I heard it.
there's some folks, some
Huh?
kids, there's some folks, some kids that are in Africa that to this day are wearing a 2024 Prairie View national champs or Swac champs t-shirt because they had printed them up preseason. You had to ship them on to Africa. I
All
can't
right.
believe PB's talking that much mess. And
Yeah, they
Mr.
talking,
Ford,
baby. I heard. I sit up one night and listen because what you call it, PV versus everybody. Ain't it?
yep, Lionel
Yeah, Lionel, baby. PV versus everybody.
talking
Yeah,
about they gonna
Lionel,
win it this
he got
year.
two guys come on with him, and they talking a lot too, and he hyping and going on too. He talking now.
I mean, I talk now. Listen, I talk smack, but I don't talk like that. Like I don't say, Southerns are our son. I don't do that. That FAMU is gonna get belt to ass. Well, I will say the built brag, but goodness, Lionel is putting out so much material.
Yes,
And
he,
Mr.
yeah,
Ford, you
he is.
was passing PV up, but you wasn't doing it like this.
Well, I don't listen. They what they say. They woke now. Prairie View is woke now, baby.
Merlin said PB hasn't even beat SU in their own new stadium yet.
But he claimed that. But he claimed that. Lionel claims that PV just comes to Baton Rouge and just been beating on Southern ass about the last 2-3 years.
I don't know about all that.
Hey,
Mr.
anybody from Southern? Has Southern been beating y'all down in on that Muffet Stadium?
Darius, have y'all been getting beat by Prairie View?
In, in,
Seed
in,
is
in,
saying
in,
Lionel is a habitual liar.
oh, okay. But let me
Mr.
say,
Ford, you got my
okay.
son saying that. Braxton the other day said, Mommy. I said, what, Braxton? He said, a habitual liar. I was like, oh Lord. Braxton,
Hey,
don't say that.
listen, we got to find out the last few times that Prairie View been coming to Arnett's Muffet Stadium. Have they been beating up on them Jags? Hey, you Jags, is that true? Is he
They
been
not
doing
gonna
that?
tell the truth. Let me look it up.
Yeah,
Southern versus Prairie
because
View.
I know one time Willie went in there and beat Dawson Odoms on homecoming.
Oh,
And I know that Dooley beat him up real bad. He took Prairie View to Baton Rouge and beat them down there. Okay, so this brother said no, Mr. Okay.
let's see who's lying.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
But Lionel keeps saying that
I
they've
know,
been going down the huh?
I know. No wonder every time they get around each other, they fight. They be fighting. Mr.
Yeah, I know
Ford.
the
All
Bengals
right,
fought one time. Man.
so right now it says football history for Southern University from October 2010 to September 2024. They've had 6 wins and 8 losses to Southern. They are on a 1-game losing streak. The longest win streak was 3 games. The longest losing streak was 4 games. They are 0-5 at home. They have never 0-5 at home. Away record is 4-3. Conference record is 5-7. Their last 10 matchups, they had 3 wins to 7 losses. So let's see. They lost in Prairie View. They did beat Southern in Baton Rouge in
What year was it?
2023. Then they
Because I
lost
know
again
that
at home.
I know Willie Simmons took Baton Rouge. Willie Simmons' Prairie View team beat Dawson Odom's team for Prairie View's homecoming. For Southern's homecoming.
Oh, that must have been in 2021. No? Yeah, that had to have been in 21. Because
Yeah, that's Willie Simmons beat them over there. Beat them at their homecoming.
48-21. Ooh, they got their tail whooped.
Was that the year that Willie Simmons beat them?
That had to be, because the other time that they won in Baton Rouge was 2015. So that had to be time. So yeah, so it looks like the last 2 meetings in Baton Rouge, they win. The last 2 meetings where they're at home, no, the last 1, 2, 3 meetings they lost. So not PV and Southern tussling.
There you go. Them Panthers and them Jags. Now, you know, that
let's
was
look at
football in the 40s and the 50s.
Let's look up Prairie View versus Jackson State. Because why are they so loud?
Oh, they loud.
Why are they so loud?
They loud and they woke. They loud and woke. You saw that little album thing they put out, right? Did you see that with the guy with the Omega stuff on?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Before he's telling folks they gotta tap in. He's telling folks they need to check in with him before they come recruiting in his city.
There you go.
Not
Listen.
playing.
How about them Prairie View Panthers, baby? Lionel said it's PV versus everybody.
Why doesn't Prairie View have their 2024 football roster up?
They don't?
Oh, Lord, folks. I don't know. Okay, so for versus Jackson State has 8 wins to Prairie View's 5 losses. So and Jackson State got a 3-game win streak. The longest win streak is 4 games. The longest losing streak is 4 games. Yeah, so you know, we've been winning. Belt to ass for them.
Yeah. Well, Miss Simona, let me get on in this bed. Listen, I'm gonna have to catch up. Are we doing Saturday?
What we gonna do on Saturday?
I'm saying that you're gonna do your show.
You ready to start doing the predictions? You think you've got enough intel on each of the teams?
Well, as long as you tell me what's going on, yeah, I can tell you. You just give, you brief me, and then I'll be all right.
Look up the overall historic record versus Prairie View. Okay, y'all, Mr. Ford heading to bed. He woke up. He said what he needed to say.
Yeah, y'all know Friday now. They're gonna be clowning tomorrow now. Y'all know how Friday is.
Who's gonna be clowning? The kids?
The middle school children. You know how they act on Friday.
Oh yeah, I forgot. My sons might be going with his daddy.
Yeah, I got to be ready for him in the morning. Listen, have a good night. So you said Saturday night?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Okay.
Atlanta. What is the overall for PV football history? Let's do football history. Select an opponent. Jackson State University. They don't have the whole. You guys don't have all of it. Jackson State definitely owns PV. What is going on? All right, y'all. Coach T Jack got y'all talking about PV. G Boom, we talk about all of the SWAC schools here. All of them. FAMU, Alabama State, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Grambling, UAPB, Valley, Alabama A&M. You caught that, didn't you? You caught it. You caught it. All right. All right. All right. No. So I'm excited because that's what's coming up next for the future, which is, of course, we getting ready to start doing our infamous predictions on where we think folks will land at in the SWAC because it is May 1st. I want to say, do we do that or do we do that in July? Do we wait till after SWAC Media Day? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go look at my older lives to see when did I start predicting stuff. Y'all get these questions ready for these coaches for SWAC Media Day. So that's what we have. Y'all send me some more of y'all Muppet pictures. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do the Muppet pictures. But y'all send me some more of those Muppet pictures because they're fun. I'm gonna do a Muppet picture of myself. When is SWAC Media Day? I want to say it's like the third week in July, maybe. It's between the 18th and 24th of July, somewhere in there. So yeah, Saturday we're gonna do our Muppet stuff. Yes, wait, we all guessing now. No, we not guessing. We not guessing. We know what we getting ready to do. We already know what we're getting ready to do. Okay? Belt to ass. Okay? We're running it back. Celebration Bowl times 2. Go ahead and book your rooms for Atlanta. Go ahead and get your tickets for the Celebration Bowl. We running it back. Ooh. Damn. It would take them a decade to catch up. 39-14 to JSU versus Prairie View. It would take y'all a lifetime to catch up. Yeah, right. All right, Southern. Oh, SWAC Media Day is July 16th. Thank you, G Boom. Oh, you know what? Y'all got a lot of stuff going on in this chat. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. Oh, I wanted to share this. And some sleepless nights. Man. Hopefully I make it back this year. You better ask somebody. We have a new commit for the women's basketball. Let me pull her up. Out of Morgan's, this is a Morgan State transfer. And we just got a commit. And we just got a football commit as well. Christian Silverstein is a punter, former punter, or no, he's a punter at Jackson State. He just committed 2 hours ago. When my show first started is when he committed, but I was kind of like doing something. So yeah. You did not eat at Harbor One in the Charlotte area. Stop lying, G. They don't even have Harbor One in Charlotte. Why are you lying? Just be over there telling stories. So we got us a punter, y'all. We got us a punter. Now, let me find this young lady. Oh, this is for all of the schools in the Swac. In terms of our defensive coordinator, this is what he feels about y'all.
You know, you faced Southern before, but a different team, and you guys are a different team. What do you see from them when you cut on the film now?
Same team.
You know, you faced Southern before, but a different team, and you guys are a different team. What do you see from them when you cut on the film now?
Same team.
I'm getting ready to cut just the part where he says same team. Oh my god. Woo! Wow. G over there telling stories in the chat, y'all. All right. Let me introduce you to so I don't want to I'm going to introduce her tonight, and then I need to very, very soon do a complete show just on women and men's basketball in terms of our recruits and what our room looks like. Okay. So this is Mackenzie Stewart coming into the SWAC. I know that's right. I know that's right, Coach Marge. She's not playing with y'all. Not playing with y'all. Oh, wait, let me turn this thing off. I gotta turn down the music. Okay, let me read to you guys about Mackenzie Stewart. So Mackenzie Stewart is listed as a forward on the Delaware State website. She's listed as a sophomore, 6 foot. She's from Glen Arden, Maryland. So it says that her sophomore year, she started 14 of 16 games, averaged 4.8 points, 8.4 rebounds, first on the team with 2.9 offensive rebounds per game, and first on team in overall rebounds per game, 1.1 assists, 1.6 steals, 0.6 blocks in 28.3 minutes per game. She had a season high of 15 rebounds in all 40 minutes and tied her season high of 2 blocks and 4 steals versus LIU. And so she is now at Jackson State University. So everybody welcome Miss Mackenzie Stewart. Delaware love us, huh? Yeah, we always getting players out of Delaware State. Oh my goodness. Make him say no herb. Back. Have you looked at our running back room before you make such outlandish statements? What's wrong with you? Hey. Anyway, it was nice seeing everybody tonight talking. We're gonna do the Muppet. So listen, if you see a Muppet Swac style, right? It doesn't matter whether it's like a specific event that happened in the Swac or you know, a memorable event that happened. Y'all send it to me on. You can send it to me on Twitter or Instagram. Send me the picture of the Muppet, and then we'll share it on Saturday before at the beginning of the show. Everybody have a blessed Friday. We will see you here Saturday evening. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of She Loves the Podcast. Have a good night.
I've had some weary days and some sleepless nights. But when I look around, and I think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days. I don't compare. The clouds hang low. I can hardly see the road. I ask the question, Lord. Lord, why so this day? But He knows one day from me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say, thank you, Lord. I won't compare. But He is so good to me. He's been good to me. More than this world or you could ever be. He's been so good. But He knows one day from me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see, so I'll just say,